back with another video. Today I'm basically just gonna talk about whether or not you can afford a GT350. This video was actually requested by my brother. He just wanted me to kind of break down payments, tires, oil changes, insurance, and all that stuff. So before anything, we're just gonna get a cold start real quick. I haven't turned it on all day, so it should be pretty cold. I don't even know if you can hear that, hear me talk over the exhaust, but it sounds nice. Alright, I'm just gonna drive up down the street. There's like this little area where I can kind of just park the car and just videotape it, so I'll see you guys there. So I'm just parked in this random little like parking lot thing. It's in business here, I don't know what it is. That's what the car looks like right now. She's a little dirty. It's one thing about having a black car, you can't really tell the dirt from far, but you can see it's dirty. So basically, as far as monthly payments go, I pay $803 and like 66 cents monthly. Insurance is $197 a month. That might seem a little high to most people, but back when I used to drive a 2005 V6 Mustang, and I was paying $275 a month for that car, just because I had a whole bunch of tickets, and you know, it was a red car, blah blah blah. I was young, it was a coupe sports car. Now $197 for a $60,000 car, it's honestly not bad. All right, hopefully you can see me clearly in the camera. There's a glare on the screen facing me, but I'm gonna be looking at my phone because I gotta look up as far as like oil prices and what I'm gonna be running in the car. For gas, I get Chevron, the 91. Right now, I think where I live, each gallon is about $5.60 something cents, maybe $5.70. To fill up the tank, it's anywhere from $75 to $80 per tank. So the gas isn't too bad. If I drive the car every day, the tank will last me maybe about 5 days. The old V6, that one was doing about 17 to the gallon. That one was modded out, it was tuned, I had a whole bunch of stuff to it, so obviously the MPG went down a little bit. This one's still a little bit worse. It's about, on average I get about 16.6 miles to the gallon. This one probably lasts for a tank 1 day less if I were to drive it every single day. I don't drive it every single day. I switch on between mine and Sam's car. Let's see how much it costs for an oil change. I'm gonna be running AMSOIL. Apparently the Ford Performance oil isn't very good. I see a lot of other owners just say just go to AMSOIL or another brand because the Ford Performance is just basically trash. So let's see how much AMSOIL costs. This car runs 5W50 oil, and that's not a very common oil to come by. Like, there was one day where I thought the car was burning oil. I let my brother drive it, like test it out. Obviously he ran it pretty hard, you know, and I went to check the oil maybe about 20 minutes later, and it was like, the dipstick was like bone dry, and I was freaking out. I went store to store to try to find it. They couldn't find it. Eventually I got somebody to order it, and then I got 3 quarts for it just to put it in enough until I got an oil change there. I took it back to CarMax to see what's going on, but when I did check it, when the engine was cold, or at least warmed up a little bit, it was back to normal, so I had a little mini freak out for no reason. Alright, let's see how much this oil cost. Oh, I didn't even go over the price of the car. Well, I've already kind of gone over this. I'll put the link either up here or up here, wherever it pops up on the screen, for how much I paid, the total breakdown. But basically the car was about $59,000. I put $11,000 down. I did get the CarMax warranty because, I mean, if you know about these cars, they do have oil consumption issues and some of them blew up. So I'm not trying to pay $25,000 for a new engine when CarMax can replace it when this one blows up, if it does. So this car takes 10 quarts of oil for 5W50. For AMSOIL, it's about $16.29. So if we were to get 10 right there, that's already $162. And I do need an oil filter, so an oil filter is going to be about 14 bucks, which isn't that bad, to be honest. And then to go take it to the shop, get it done. Some people like to do it themselves. I'm probably just going to take it to Ford and have them do it that way. Reason being is because all the oil changes are going to get reported to the Carfax. I'm probably not going to, if I do it myself, I'm probably not going to keep all the receipts. And then if I ever were to sell it again, I doubt I will. I love this car. But an oil change is gonna cost you roughly about 210 bucks. So that's expensive. If you're planning or thinking about getting a GT350, take that into consideration because that's pretty expensive for just an oil change. Now let's see how much it costs to replace the brakes. For this car, obviously, it has 6 piston caliper Brembos. So for the front pads, it's going to be $316. For the back pads, the rear pads, it's going to be $165. So total is about $481 for just the pads alone, including the rotors. So for each rotor, it's $202. So times 4 is going to be about 810 bucks. So to do a whole brake job, about $1,281. So that's pretty expensive. So keep that in mind as well. Just because you can afford the payments doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be able to afford, driving the car as much as you want. So now let's look at tires. So the OEM tires that come with it are Pilot Super Sports. So for those, last time I checked, I think they were about 400 bucks each. Tires that I'm actually going to be getting are probably going to be the Pilot Sport 4S's. Those are about $428 each. So times 4, that's going to be about 1,800 bucks for tires. And these, because they're softer tires, they're not gonna last as long as regular tires. So Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires last about 30,000 miles. So these ones are about halfway through. I do need to get them in probably next couple years or so, maybe in the next year, because the rears are starting to look a little. What else am I missing? All right, so that was a quick breakdown of what it costs to own one of these cars. So, kind of just to reiterate, brakes, these giant 6-piston brakes are going to be about 1,200 bucks to replace. Tires, these come with the Super Sports, but I'm probably going to get the Pilot Sport 4S's, which is going to be about 1,800 bucks for tires. My payments, $803, so that was about 60,000 with 11,000 down, the warranty, whatnot. What else? Oh, and then insurance, $197 for insurance. I did see a video of a guy in Denver. He was paying like 600 bucks a month for insurance. That is ridiculous to me, but I wouldn't be able to afford the car if it was for that. So keep in mind, as far as you need to make monthly, you need to be making about, I'd probably say maybe $8,000 to $10,000 a month. I mean, yeah, you can get $45,000 Shelby, probably has like 50,000 miles. It won't be, very new or whatnot, but as far as like affording the payments, you'll be able to do, but brakes and tires to replace and keep all the maintenance properly like you're supposed to on time and whatnot, I don't know. Keep in mind, I do have a $2,300 mortgage. Luckily, I have my girlfriend. Well, we kind of share bills and all that stuff, so she doesn't make as much as me. I make about, I want to say, $8,500 a month. I guess just depending on how much I work. For me, the payments aren't really that bad. I can easily afford the payments. I can afford the insurance, but what gets me is definitely going to be, buying new tires, buying new brakes when I need to. Oil changes, let's say every 5,000 miles, that shouldn't be too bad. It's only 200 bucks. But yeah. So that was a quick little breakdown of cost of the car. And I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but it's starting to snow a little bit. Man, man, where I live, it kind of sucks. The weather's so finicky. I'm gonna get in the car because it's cold. I'm wrapping this video up. The next video, I think I'm gonna do a breakdown of what I plan to do for the car. As far as mods go, you know, like if I plan to boost it or just keep it naturally aspirated. I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet, but I do have a few little mods. It's not really much. It's just simple cosmetic stuff, so that's gonna be next. See you in the next video. I'm out. I actually forgot to include exactly how much it's gonna cost total for the whole entire year. This includes gas, oil changes, insurance, car payment. So the total is going to come out to $15,750 for the entire year. So that includes your monthly payments, your gas, all that, blah blah blah. So there you go. That's the ground total for what you need to pay for the entire year. So if you make technically more than like $15,000, you can afford this car, but you basically can't you know, spend your money on anything else. So that this time for sure is going to be the end of the video. I'm out.